Good evening, everybody.
Bonjour.
Been a great few days, hasn't it?
Lovely. The Drennan Winter Silverfish sort of festival.
Extravaganza, we could call it.
Yes. Well, at least on the Saturday for me.
Yeah.
Not so much on the Sunday.
Well, it was the other way around for me. It was extravaganza on the Sunday, and the Saturday was a nice day's fishing. It was just a little bit more difficult to get good section points. But we went down there on the Wednesday, didn't we? We got a couple of nice features.
Yeah.
We had some fine dining, didn't we?
Some very fine dining, a few beers.
Few beers.
Pints of Cornish ale.
We did. And then on Saturday, where did you go, Matt?
Saturday I drew peg 43 on the match lake. I didn't fancy it. In fact, the night before I was stood looking at the map and I said, you know what, I don't mind anywhere on there apart from 43 and 36, which are down that back end now.
Yeah.
But one thing is, you've got loads of room. I was on 43, and the next you've trumped, haven't you?
No, mate, wasn't it with me?
That's vile. You can't trump during blood.
No,
That's disgusting, Tom.
I haven't even done out.
Oh my God! I'd take my peg on poloing instead of smelling that.
Don't know what we're on about, guys.
That's how bad the peg was. This is the effect it has on people when I talk about it. Oh! Right. Anyway, peg 43 on poloing.
Yeah.
I'd got loads of room, which was a good thing but also a bad thing. The next peg that way was 19, so I've got two spare pegs that side. And the next peg in around that way was 36, so I'd basically got an arm all to myself.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I've got a chance then. But I was in with 9, 11, 13, 34. It's going now. A few better pegs. And I was really disappointed when I drew it. However, I had a lovely day's fishing, something really different to normal commercials. Didn't get many bites at all. Couldn't catch any skimmers, couldn't catch any roach. Loose-fed casters for 2.5 hours at 13 metres. Never had a bite on it. Really tricky. But I did catch some big perch down the edge to my left. There were an old dying lily bed. Fished over the back of that, loose-fed a few casters. Nice light rig, and I caught 12 big perch that weighed £15.15. So it wasn't a hectic day's fishing, but it was different to normal commercials. The big old fish, they'd been in there for years, and it was not although it was a steady day, I enjoyed catching them.
It's a great catch to take as well, though. Nice, rewarding catch.
Yeah, it's something different, innit? Definitely something different. I enjoyed it. I only lost 2 as well, which I was quite happy with, because people often lose a load of them on there, don't they? Because they've got big, hard, bony mouths, but they were nice. Use them new Guru, what they called, the maggot hooks I used.
Did you?
Yeah, they were nice.
Right,
they were
okay.
nice. Some, if you want to try a nice hook, they were really, really nice. And double cast to a best hook bait.
Right.
Throwing in a little tiny bit of bait all the time, because I think perch are quite greedy, aren't they?
Yes.
And rather than like loose feeding 10 casters every chuck in, I thought it would be better to feed like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So they got a little bit of bait coming through the water, but when the fish come in your peg, there's not a lot for them to eat. So that was my sort of feeding strategy come the end of the match. And 15-15 were enough to win the section. Just beat John Freeborn, who were also on what I'd say was an unfancied peg, 36. He had a very similar day. He caught £15.6 big perch, 15-15, so I won the section.
Awesome.
How was your first day? Tell them about that.
Well, I was expecting quite a tricky match, I must be honest. I do Trelawney, peg 14, which is a peg I really fancied.
You
in the section.
ran to it, didn't you?
I did. But based on what you said to me from the day before, I thought it's going to be quite hard on here today.
Yeah.
I thought I must have struggled around for the first probably 4 hours, and then hopefully in the last hour catch some F1s down the side. Which is, I've done well on that lake before doing that.
You like it there, don't you?
I was confident on. I thought, yes, I know what I'm doing here. I felt quite happy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Very about 14, 16, 12, 10. That's generally the best winter area as well. So in a great area, I thought, good chance here. Anyway, I've cooked in 3 lines, dead negative. On one line I fed just some neat shot worms. On another line I fed some loose ground bait and a few pinkies. And on the final line I fed a little ball of worms rich with ground bait, so it's like quite a worm bomb, you might call it, might you?
Worms rich with ground bait, or ground bait rich with worms?
That one, that second one. That
ground
one.
Bait rich with
ground
worms.
bait rich with worms. Put a ball of that in. And to be honest, the plan worked absolutely brilliantly. In that, I caught the odd fish, skimmers, nice chunky roach off each of the lines. Odd bite, yeah, it was good. We were alright, except for the fact that pegs 6, 8, and 10, all in my section, which was Des Ship, Mikey Williams, and Darren Davis, were all catching an F1 every single kick in for that early part.
Not ideal, is it?
And the people around me, the lad on peg 12, and myself on 14, peg 16 and peg 18 were all really, really struggling to catch F1. Plenty of silvers.
Yeah.
You know, F1s, and obviously F1s counted for us. I didn't really know what to do at that point. It was a bit difficult because there's nowhere else to go. You've got a 13-metre pole limit.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd catch any on a waggler. To be honest, I just felt I was the wrong end of the section, but to be 100% honest. I did catch a dozen down the edge later on.
Nice. Hectic last hour.
As expected. Big F1s as well. So that was alright. You know, I caught £40, but I did end up fourth in the section, which was disappointing. And those 3 pegs.
You need £71 for another point, though.
Yes.
Something ridiculous like that.
It's £71 to beat Darren Davis and become third.
I'm going to say you're out of it, mate.
I think so. Mikey Williams did brilliant to win the section off peg 8.
He won the match, didn't he?
He won the match, £91. 16 stone of prime Welsh beef, powering its way to the top of the leader table, I'd call it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
He did a brilliant. Dev was second off peg 6 with £81, and Darren Davis third off peg 10 with £71. So, you know, those 3 did brilliant.
But you did have a better day on Sunday, didn't you?
I did, mate. I had a lovely day on Sunday. I drew peg 19 on the match late, which John Arthur had come second off the day before.
Yeah.
And speaking to you...
Must be a good peg if John Arthur had been.
Well, you were next to him, weren't you?
I was 45, he was next peg to me, yeah.
Yeah, and speaking to you, obviously you told me you caught a lot of perch down the edge to his left.
Yeah.
So I put a line in down there for perch, similar to how you fished the day before. But I also decided my main plan of attack was to catch an open water loose feeding casters, which is something I love doing on hard lakes. I heard that Polly were fishing really hard. And, you know, I always think when a venue like that, especially somewhere that's fairly clear and fairly deep like Polly is, and it's fishing tricky.
Mix of species.
Yeah, a loose fed caster approach just gives you a chance of catching absolutely everything. And with it being flat, calm conditions, dead still, you can fish dead light rigs. It's one of my favourite ways of fishing, to be honest. I absolutely love it. I had some good company though. In the on the peg next to me, on peg 20, I got Lee Kerry company.
Not ideal. I need won his section the day before.
I did win his section the day before.
They were confident.
Well, I did have a little job to do because Lee actually was very inconsiderate, you know.
Right.
He beat my mate, or our mate, and our lodge mate,
Oh,
Jordan Holloway.
Yeah, he did actually, yeah.
For the section, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
So Jordan told me, under no circumstances was I to return to the van without
beating
Lee. So
right.
I had to, really. Anyway, I set off on the loose feeding casters, and it was nice. I was getting the odd bite. So I let me start at the beginning. I did keep the swim off a little ball of worms and ground bait. I went to catch a couple of small skimmers early.
Yeah.
But then my peg just seemed to get better and better all day, really. And it wasn't ever hectic fishing. I was sitting and waiting for bites. Occasionally I'd catch a fish on the drop, but normally, you know, you sit and you get a tiny little bites. Some lovely quality perch, some lovely skimmers. Just an amazing day's fishing. I fished a 4x12 Chianti on that line. I fished. Strung out number 11 shots and a size 16 green gamma hook.
Nice.
I think the elastic was quite important. I didn't lose many perch either, but I fished a solid 6 elastic, which is probably quite a bit heavier than I normally like to use for that.
Just to set the
But I think with perch, if you can just set that up and keep them, keep them tight line, it's important, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Lee gave me a bloody good run for the money though. He had £15.10.
Yeah.
But I was delighted to find out that £20, which I weighed, was enough to win the lake. So
very well done.
Very happy. Oh, and I had a little bit of a shock as well.
Why?
Because you drew 2 bad pegs on the trot last year, didn't you? Really?
I did. But it's one of them things, you know. I can't draw well all the time, can I?
Bless you.
But day 2, the Sunday, while you were sat there catching on casters, I was on the narrow side of Python, on peg 13. Is it 13? No, 27.
No, 13 is the wide
No,
side,
31. Same numbers, wrong way around. But the only saving grace I had was that was where Adam Waitham the day before had caught £13 there, caught some skimmers, and the peg next to me hadn't been drawn. So I thought, you know what? At least I've got a bit of a chance.
A bit of room or something.
Yeah. And I was really happy. Like, I got set up nice and quick. Went for a walk around to let my peg settle down. But I had got Paul Yates on one end tag and Simon Mottram on the other end tag. So 2 good anglers on either end. I knew it was going to be difficult to beat them. To cut a long story short, it was pants. I didn't get a bite for about 4 hours and 20 minutes, and then I caught a roach, but I didn't even get a bite off it. I was lifting and dropping my rig, and I went to lift it, and it felt a little ding, and I got a little tiny roach on it. And at this point, Simon had got about 20 little fish on the end peg. Paul Yates had got a couple of fish on the other end peg, and virtually everyone else were blanking. The only other bloke who'd caught was Colin Bartlett, our Colin from Lake John. He'd caught a few little fish in the middle, but literally no one had got more than about a pound. I've got this tiny little roach, so I thought, well, at least they aren't blanked, you know. And then I never got another bite until about 15 minutes from end, and I caught a skimmer. Just typical sort of rock hard winter horrible day. Light started to fade, and then about 5 minutes to go, I caught another skimmer. So it were pants, to be fair. I had ended up with £2.13 with 2 skimmers and a little roach, and that actually came third in the section as expected. Simon Ottram had £3.1 on that end, and Paul Yates won the section and won the festival with £6 off the other end peg. He caught 4 F1s in the last hour. I was a bit disappointed because if I'd have beat Simon, who only had 4 ounces more than me, I'd have come 8th overall, and it were only 4 ounces, and it'd have been nice to have a crack peg and get a bit of a result off it, I'm afraid, but never mind. It was a lovely weekend, an honour to be invited by Drennan to go and fish it, and had a good time.
We picked up a bit of money, didn't we?
Yeah, both won the section. Oh, you won the team thing?
We did, yeah, that was nice, yeah. We did. We had I think between the 4 of us we had quite a good draw. It was a random team event. They draw 4 anglers out of a hat.
Nice idea, that,
it's a lovely idea. And fortunately, the 4 anglers or the 3 anglers who I was drawing with included festival winner Paul Yates, who obviously won his section. Simon Mottram, who you just mentioned, who was on the other end, and come second in his section. Yeah. Myself, who obviously won my section. And my old mate Stuart Lister, who I think won Jenny's on that last day. Oh no, he won his section on Jenny's, didn't he? So yeah, we won that, which was nice. Got 400 quid and
very nice.
A little bit of money for everybody, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, a great few days.
Interesting weekend ahead.
Absolutely.
On Saturday I'm going to Packington on the first one of the Midlands Talent Pathway days, the England Plus Talent Pathway. Looking forward to that. And Sunday I'm going to the Stainford and Keighley Canal for the first round of the Bait Tech Canal Champs. And there's still time to book on. If you want to book on Sunday's match, give me a call or drop us a message privately on Facebook and I'll put your name down. Or if not, get there nice and early, get there for 7:30, and me and Lee will be in there. You can put your name down there. Draws at the Canal Tavern Pub at 8:30.
I am very, very jealous, you know.
Yeah, but you've got 2 lovely days.
I don't think I have.
Why?
While the River Soar at the moment, it's burst its banks.
Oh yeah, river in it for you.
It's flooded. We don't know whether we're going to be fishing the River Soar for the last round of our winter league, or the canal, Loughborough Canal, or because that's flooded as well in places. Then maybe even be cancelling it. So I might even be coming to the Stainford and Keighley Canal.
Yeah, do it.
But I don't know. It's all up in the air at the moment, so we'll let you know.
Oh, tell you what I know. I've got an interesting day on Tuesday.
So you got on Tuesday?
Tuesday, we're going filming the next issue of
Paul Fishing
Vlogs up on the Stainford and Keighley Canal. But we're going to do some underwater footage. So it'll be interesting to do some underwater canal footage. I'm right excited.
That'll be brilliant. That'll be absolutely brilliant.
If we can get a bit, we might even sneak a bit into the next vlog, might we?
Might just give a little
teaser, yeah.
Little sneak peek, so definitely. So there you are, folks. That's our week. We hope you have had as good a week as we have, and we're going to go now and have some fish and chips, aren't we?
And mushy peas and curry sauce.
Oh, see you later.
Bye.